بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فتعالى الله الملك الحق ولا تعجل بالقرآن من قبل أن يقضى إليك وحيه وقل رب زدني علما.
They have, so I'm saying, but he wants to show you, no, we should not, doesn't mean because they disbelieve what we came with, therefore we have to believe everything what they have. No, we confirm that which is true and we reject that which is falsehood.
So you,
but let me tell you something before.
So you pick and choose?
No, not pick and choose. Let's establish something. Let me establish something. You know, this many times I see Muslims speaking to Christians, and as I say, you miss the point, and that is, we have to establish, you cannot use the Quran to support any of your belief, and that is because you believe the Quran is a pure lie and Muhammad is a pure liar according to you, yeah? As for me, I can use the Torah and the New Testament to support my belief because I believe originally came from God.
The whole thing?
No, listen carefully,
The whole thing?
Listen carefully to my word now. I believe originally...
So you pick and choose it?
Yeah, no, listen carefully, yes.
Exactly, pick and choose it?
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah.
No,
I'm going to show you why.
Debate's finished.
I believe originally came...
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, originally came from Allah.
You pick and choose?
Listen carefully to me.
Yeah, that's what you said. Wait, so Islam is based on picking and choosing. You pick from the Torah. No. You pick and choose from the Torah. You pick and choose from the New Testament. And you pick and choose from the Hadith. Islam. No. Yeah, but he's
I haven't finished.
Yes, he has, because he's based on picking and choosing.
I haven't finished.
He's based on, yes, he did.
Anyways, what I'm saying, look what I'm saying. I'm saying originally I believe that Allah gave a Torah and the Injil to Jesus. So I believe some words in the New Testament, the Old Testament came from God. So what I do, I use the Quran as my criteria.
To pick and choose.
Because the Quran, listen carefully, the Quran is the word of Allah. And the Injil and the Torah is the word of Allah, but it's been changed there. So the one who gave, listen carefully to me. Okay. The one who sent down those books, he's the one who's telling me to use the Quran as his criteria, to not get mixed up with the other words which you so-called followers of Jesus and so-called followers of Moses had put in the book to cause confusion. So before we saw, is that this point clear to you? Because I want to make everything clear, then we move on. Because if something's not clear, then we'll not clear.
So was the Torah and the Gospel corrupted before Muhammad, yeah?
Yeah.
But then Allah says to uphold the Torah and the Gospel.
No, this verse is misunderstanding, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقَفَّيْنَا عَلَىٰ آثَارِهِمْ بِعِيسَى بْنِ مَرْيَمَ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ التَّوْرَاةِ وَآتَيْنَاهُ الْإِنْجِيلَ. Naam, this Allah speaking, and then said, فَلْيَحْكُمْ أَهْلُ الْإِنْجِيلِ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهِ. Then Allah said, let me translate the verses. Yeah? Allah said, we gave the Injil, or we sent after them, after the Prophet, Jesus, the son of Mary, confirming that which he came before him.
Yeah, confirming. So is Allah confirming? No. Very quickly.
No, I haven't finished.
So is Allah confirming something that's corrupted? Yeah.
Confirming
the truth, Aaron.
I'm asking. Is Allah confirming? No.
Allah said, confirm about Jesus, confirming that which he came before him, and that is the Torah. And we gave Jesus the Injil in order for the people at that time to rule by the Injil, not Prophet Muhammad ﷺ time. So at that time when the Injil was sound, not corrupted, Allah the reason sent down the Injil in order for the people of the book to judge by it. So that verse is not speaking about the time Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, Allah ordering the people of the book to judge by the Injil. Allah speaking about the time of Jesus.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because Surah 568 says No. Surah 568 says to the Jews and Christians to uphold the Torah and the Gospel and what has been revealed to you from your Lord, the Quran. Yeah. So in order to uphold the Quran, they first have to uphold the Torah and the Gospel.
Okay,
but you're saying it's corrupted. Doesn't make any sense to you.
Okay, go to the verse. To show you that this man misunderstands the verse.
It's not. That was very clear, but you're like
it's not clear.
No, I'm telling you that
you want the Bible to be corrupted because you know that the Quran contradicts the Bible.
Wait. Shall I give you clear proof that the Bible is corrupted?
From the Bible.
Shall I give you clear proof? Not from the Quran. Shall I give you clear proof?
No, from the Quran.
Yeah, from the Quran.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Let me show you from the Quran. Let me show you from the Quran.
Let me show you this.
That's a problem. I don't accept the translation. Yeah, just to make it
It's the same. I read it online.
You know,
I read it online.
Read the Arabic.
I read Arabic. That's what I'm saying. No, it's
Arabic. Where's Arabic? Say the Arabic verses.
I can't speak. I read the translation online. You can hover and you can see the
Let me
differences.
clarify what is. Let me clarify.
It's all online.
Let me clarify.
Saying, "Oh, people of Scripture, you are standing on nothing until you uphold the Torah, the Gospel, and will have to be revealed to you from your Lord, the Quran."
Yeah.
So it's telling Allah telling the people to uphold the Torah and the Gospel of Jesus Christ,
And what?
and also the Quran. But how can you uphold the Quran if you don't? If the Torah and the Gospel has been corrupted?
That's what I'm saying. So you use the Quran as a criteria.
So you pick and but
No, it's what I'm saying. I guess
you pick and choosing.
No, listen carefully now.
Does that make any
Let me
sense?
show
Does
you.
that make any sense to you?
No, let me understand
Picking
the
and
verse.
choosing. You're really just being.
You're gonna there's no point.
No, but exactly. You
I'm trying to
can't
speak, you keep cutting me.
Yeah, but
I'm saying Allah said, even that verse which is uphold the Quran. Again, the Quran is a criteria because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ.
But I read you-
Allow me to finish.
I read you
don't
the
use
verse.
translation, like.
I read you the
same
verse.
book.
Because,
No.
I honestly use it. Do you know why? Let me clarify to the people what do I mean, but I don't really go to the translation too much. Because many of the
But read the Arabic
translations...
then, it's the same.
Allow me to speak now. If
Okay.
you're going to cut me,
Okay.
lie.
Okay.
The reason that I don't really rely too much on translation, because the Quran, you cannot translate the Quran. The only way you can translate the Quran by using a tafsir. Because the
Tafsir,
Quran,
hadith.
tafsir. Because
But
Allah said,
even in the tafsir, you pick and choose from that as well. You pick and choose from the hadith, you pick and choose from the gospel, and you pick and choose from the Torah.
is that the
This is
issue?
great
Jesus
Islam.
corrupt all the time. Interrupt. Is that
No, but I'm
Jesus?
trying to say to you
No,
that
but I
you...
haven't finished my point.
Okay, finish your point.
So what I'm saying, Allah said in the Quran, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ. Allah said, obey Allah and obey the messenger. And Allah said in Surah Al-Nahl that we have sent down the sunnah to you, the dhikr, the sunnah, to explain to the people what has been revealed to them. So therefore, you as a Christian, you cannot bring your own understanding to the book of Allah, because within the book of Allah, Allah told us to follow the understanding of His Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Likewise, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told us to understand the Quran and his teaching according to his companions. May Allah please with them all. So therefore, this verse, the way you understand it, the question I will ask you, are you following the guideline which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lay down in the Quran, the way you understand the Quran? You're not following it, because one of the guideline is to go back to Prophet Muhammad's Sunnah, how Prophet Muhammad understood the Quran. That's why you, the Christians and the Jews and ISIS and other than them, they have no space to come and bring their own explanation to our book.
Exactly.
Because our book is being preserved, and even the understanding, how we understand our book and how we understand the prophetic tradition is being preserved. And that is following the understanding of the Prophet Muhammad and his companions.
But you still pick and choose.
Let us. So what's the problem if I pick and choose?
There we are.
Is that a problem?
Thank you, Jesus.
Is that a problem?
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, is that a problem?
Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, is that a problem?
Thank you.
Jeez.
Islam is based on picking and choosing.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
really
Enough
justice.
said. Enough
That's
said.
really justice.
You've got no foundation.
That's really justice.
Because you know that Islam is
Okay.
not. It's based on nothing.
Okay, no problem.
Your religion is based on nothing.
Okay,
You
no
have
problem.
nothing.
Except Jeremiah.
Oh, here we go. See, now we
I'm
change the
gonna see if you
subject.
pick and choose.
Islam destroyed. It's finished.
Anyway, I'm
Finished.
going now I'm going to see if the Christians pick and choose or not. Yeah?
Yeah, here we go. Now
Okay.
we're going to waffle on.
No, but you said, I'm saying pick and choose is not a problem, as long as you're rejecting falsehood. Because if this is the case, you have to accept. Do you accept the Nazarene?
Islam is a bit, can you see that Islam is based on picking and choosing? That
Yeah, that's
doesn't
what I'm
make any
saying.
sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
You know what I mean by picking and choosing?
You can't do that.
You know what pick and choosing mean? Distinguishing between them. Yeah.
Eloquently, that he's allowed to pick and choose.
You're pick and choosing that verse. Why do you not follow the rest of the verses?
Okay,
The debate's finished.
okay. Picking and choosing mean?
Now I was going to say how it's nice to pick and choose and for like 10 minutes.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, for about 10 minutes.
Why you put me with this mission?
You picked that verse. You're choosing that verse.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
you differentiate picking.
And he's agreeing
Are you
with
listening to learn? Meaning that you differentiate between the falsehood and the truth. Whatever is the truth, you accept it. Whatever is the falsehood, you reject it. Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah, you cherry pick.
No, do you have a problem with that?
You cherry pick.
So I should accept falsehood.
Oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I throw this away.
Should I accept falsehood?
So you're just corrupting your
Answer
own
me,
book,
should I
and you're
accept-
corrupting that Bible,
You know,
and you're
answer
corrupting
me.
your own sinners.
Aaron.
You're corrupting your own religion to create Islam.
Do you know what he's saying to you?
Of course.
He's saying to you that what's right in the Quran we will accept.
Yeah,
What's
you-
false in the Bible we will not
Yeah,
accept.
you pick and
because
choose.
We have proof themselves.
Because you pick and choose.
We don't want to choose falsehood. How can you choose falsehood?
Pick and choose. Pick and choose it. Islam is not the truth.
How can you choose falsehood?
I get it perfectly. You pick and choose it. And he just admitted it.
Now, anyway, the point here is that
You
look,
pick and choose.
now I want him to be consistent, that he should not pick and choose. He should accept everything, yeah? Okay, do you accept the Nazarene's Bible?
Now we're saying the subject. Why don't you subject?
The Nazarene's Bible, do you accept it?
No, you're saying the subject.
I wanna.
No, because he wants me to
I never met a
accept
Christian that
picking and
consistent.
choosing his rights.
I want
but
if
it's
there's any Christian come forward and show me that you are consistent upon your criteria. You meet a Christian, they say Prophet Muhammad cannot be a prophet. Why? Because he fought against enemies. Then you show him Prophet David, Prophet Moses fought against enemies, yet he's a prophet. You see what I'm saying? And I will say to Muslims, Wallah ikhwa, do not be surprised, it will come a time, the Christian, they will tell you, Prophet Muhammad cannot be a prophet because he never worked in Primark. They will make any criteria to check Prophet Muhammad.
We see
Wallahi, this is funny, but wallahi,
Jesus.
I'm not
Christ,
not
yeah.
the Christians and the
Nobody
Jews,
else.
they make any
It's
criteria
your
to reject
No.
our mighty Prophet Muhammad.
Read the Quran. Read the Quran.
Allah sent the
Our Lord
Quran,
Jesus is higher than your Muhammad. Jesus is higher than Muhammad in the Quran.
Jesus
No, but Jesus is higher than Muhammad. I read it.
Allah said he is who
I read
sent the
it.
Prophet Muhammad.
Jesus.
Is Muhammad your pattern
Allah
of
said,
living?
Jesus is higher than Muhammad in your book.
Allah said he sent
Jesus is higher than Muhammad in the Quran. You have read it.
That's a proof Prophet Muhammad never wrote it. Because if Prophet Muhammad wrote it,
Yeah, Muhammad told you to believe in Jesus. Muhammad told you to believe in Jesus.
If I'm a liar, I will put myself higher than anyone.
Well,
That
believe
shows
it.
you that Prophet Muhammad had no authority over the Quran.
You pick and
Because
choosing
Allah-
what to believe.
Jesus' name is mentioned
Exactly.
more than his name.
You yourself.
Likewise,
Exactly.
his mother's
So
name.
follow Jesus.
So that is a clear
Muhammad is the great.
That is a clear
And Jesus is higher.
from Prophet Muhammad.
Our Jesus is higher than your Muhammad in your
If I
book.
make a
real
I would praise myself
Jesus
more
Christ
than
is
anyone
higher.
else. You see what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ is the truth.
Yeah, right, okay.
No. Surah
What is it?
1934
Allah
says
sent the-
Jesus is the truth in your book. Our Jesus is the truth in your book.
Okay.
And he's the word of God, and he's the spirit of God, and he's the Messiah, and he's righteous, and he's pure, and he's holy, and Allah made him perfect. Allah made Jesus perfect, and he's only a human being. Fashioned him perfectly.
Okay,
yeah? And it says that Jesus, he raised Jesus high.
He called the woman what? He called the woman what? A dog.
And where?
He called the woman dog.
Where in the Quran?
Tell the woman here you are dogs.
Surah
If you're not
469
Israelites. No, wait, stop.
He
Don't
doesn't know
change
what he's going to do.
We
Don't
like
touch me.
dogs.
You cheese in the Bible.
Surah 469
Canaanite
We are
woman,
not
a dog.
killed.
You call a woman dogs. You call a woman
Yes, you are.
dogs.
Old
You call a
Testament.
woman dogs.
That was Jesus.
You call a woman dogs.
No, that's new
You call no,
Muhammad.
answer me.
Dogs
Are women and dogs?
faithful, lovely
Are the Canaanite women
Kill
dogs?
donkeys. That's what he said.
No, answer me.
Number
Are women
31.
the Canaanite are dogs?
Muhammad says
No, answer me. No,
I'll black
Are
the
women? No.
raisin heads.
No, answer me.
Raisin heads.
You call a woman dogs.
Oh, black raisin heads.
Jesus, the loving one,
Muhammad said the
he
blacks
said
are
to
like
the
raisin
woman,
heads.
because she's not an Israelite, she's
Raisin
a
heads.
dog.
He says
Raisin
that
heads.
she has
Raisin
more
heads.
Excuse me,
faith
answer,
than
you're all
anyone
women.
in
If you're not
Israel.
Israelite,
Oh,
according
come
to
on,
Jesus, you are a
you
dog.
All Gentiles.
According-
What
yeah, all
is
Gentiles.
wrong with the
My
dog?
point
It's actually
Why
parable.
does
Jesus was
Muhammad
speaking.
say that
Exactly,
dogs
are we
should
ready to
be
see?
killed?
Anyway,
Finish,
let me
finish.
clarify, okay.
They are
Allah said the
beautiful,
Quran.
faithful animals.
He sent his Prophet Muhammad sallallahu with the guidance and the truth. And Allah, truth will prevail. And what is taking place right now in our time, that is the fastest growing religion on the face of earth, is Islam. Even though there is a huge barriers, many barriers against Islam to stop the teaching or the truth that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu came with, yet Islam is the fast growing religion on the face of the earth. Why? Because Allah said that in the Quran 1400 years ago. So I'm saying, Allah mentioned that in the Quran.
You have that in the Bible. You have that in the Bible.
Ikhwa, please, we listen to the Christians. Ibn Taymiyyah.
Who was the God of the Old Testament? Jesus.
Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy upon him. He's the one who laid down this criteria, and that is, as a Muslim, I can use the Bible to support my belief. Because originally, I believe the Bible, the Torah, and the Injil was given by God to Jesus and Moses. However, the Christians, they cannot use our book at all to support their belief, because they believe Prophet Muhammad is a pure liar. So therefore, we should not use his teachings at all. You see what I'm saying? And there's something we should put on the camera here, I want to clarify. I was watching one of the videos, and I believe you will come across it. This guy is an Asian guy, looks like an Indian.
That's your opinion.
He said the reason he became a Christian.
Let's move up a bit.
He said the reason he became a Christian.
She'll just follow you.
He said in the Quran, Allah mentioned Jesus more than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But this, logically, this is a proof against him. So I'm saying, because everyone knows that if I write a book, I'll be the
Moses is mentioned more times.
If I write a book, I will praise my mother. I'll praise my sister.
My wife.
But look, my wife, but Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam shows you that he has no authority over the Quran. But let me clarify something to the people. Allah never addressed the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with his name. Allah addressed Isa, قال يا Isa. He addressed Ibrahim, يا Ibrahim, يا Musa. But Allah never called Prophet Muhammad with his name. Always Allah addressed him, يا أيها النبي, يا أيها الرسول. And it shows you that Allah has more love, or in another word, that the state Prophet is above the other prophets. The proof of that Allah never addressed Prophet Muhammad with his name. Always address him with the respected title, and that is يا أيها النبي, يا أيها الرسول. As for the other messengers in the Quran, they've been addressed with their names. يا عيسى ابن مريم أأنت قلت للناس اتخذوني وأمي إلهين من دون الله. Or Jesus, the son of Mary, you tell to your mother, you tell to the people, take me and a mother, God who said Allah. So my point,
Allah says he wasn't killed. Do you believe that?
of course, yeah. There is no any doubt that the prophets, Jesus, Moses, we don't say they are deficient or we believe they committed major sins. We love them, we respect them, and we believe in all of them. And anyone reject them is not a Muslim. Simple as that. This man is like a rooster. Behind.
He keeps saying the Quran. There's a verse in that.
Ami. No, what they say? You know what they say?
Why is the Virgin Mary, the Catholic Virgin Mary, the only woman in the Quran? Why?
Okay.
Why is she the only woman?
He'll answer you in a minute.
She's not the only woman.
No.
She's not.
What I'm saying, look.
The Virgin Mary, the Catholic Virgin Mary.
Okay, listen carefully. You believe in Mary? You believe in Mary?
No.
Answer me. Do you believe in Mary?
She's the only woman.
No. Do you believe in Mary?
Virgin Mary.
Do you believe in Mary?
Virgin Mary.
Answer me. Do you believe in Mary? Do you believe in Mary? Do you believe in Mary?
Speakers.
Is Mary mother of your God?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm a Catholic.
You know, I don't know if you're not Catholic, but is you Mary?
I'm a Catholic.
You're not Catholic, okay?
No.
No, wait, let me know. Is Mary the mother of your God? Answer me yes or no. Is you Mary mother of God?
The only woman.
Wallah, is not. Is he Muslim or something?
The only woman.
تضيع وقتك.
Why is Mary the only woman in the Quran?
That's true.
Yes.
Allah mentioned it. What's the problem with that?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, do you know why?
Allah mentioned shaitan in the Quran.
Why is our Lord?
What's that mean?
Why is our Lord's mother?
Allah mentioned Abu Lahab.
What's your logic?
تبت يد أبي لهب وتب. Allah mentioned Abu Lahab in the Quran.
Why is that?
Allah mentioned Abu Lahab.
فرعون. It's Pharaoh. Pharaoh is
His
the
name, Abu Lahab, yeah? But my point here is that... Habibi, everyone stop. What is your point?
That's suspicious.
Stop. What is your point?
That's suspicious.
Yeah, she's special.
It came from the Catholics.
Wait.
Virgin Catholic Mary is the only woman in the Quran.
Okay, Allah said in the Quran,
Doesn't make sense.
Okay, let me speak now.
Yeah, it does.
Allah said in the Quran, if Allah would destroy Mary...
Your religion came from the Catholic Church. Do you know that?
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. You know, thank you very much.
Thank you. You've enlightened us.
You enlightened us with new information.
In your Quran.
Okay, thank you very much.
The Catholic Virgin Mary.
Okay, yeah.
We've got Jesus and Mary.
Okay, thank you.
Jesus and Mary.
Jesus said he was no Catholic. That's not what you're talking about.
Anyway, what I'm saying, look, as the Arabs say, لكل داء دواء إلى الحمق. There's for every disease or every illness, there's a cure, except foolishness. There's no cure for foolishness. So I can't give him any cure, to be honest. Because if he said that we are a Catholic, which Allah said in the Quran, if Allah were to destroy Mary and her son Jesus, no one can stop Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah shows you that Mary, she's not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, she's not God. Allah mentioned that clearly.
And who worships Mary as God? The Catholics.
Do you worship Mary?
No.
No, do
we hail Mary?
No, wait. Do you know Al-Maryamaniyun? Watch this, right? Do you know a group called Al-Maryamaniyun? Okay. Due to, because he's not from the West, but he has a Western mentality. Any sect is not from the West, they will not know it. He doesn't know there was a sect at the time Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in the Arab Peninsula called Al-Maryamaniyun. And who mentioned that? Ibn Sa'id al-Batriqa, one of the Christian historians who lived 200 years after Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He's a Christian from Egypt. He said there was a sect called Al-Maryamaniyun who believed that Mary is little God and Jesus is God. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ya Isa ibn Maryam, أنت قلت للناس, Allah is addressing a particular sect in Christianity, and they're called Al-Maryamaniyun. But due to your...
But who else does that as well? The Catholics.
Of course, the Catholic too.
Oh, who else?
So I'm saying that.
Now he accepts it.
So Allah refutes you.
The Protestants.
Do you believe Jesus is God?
Protestants.
Do you believe Jesus is God? Anyway. My point here is, ikhwa, that now we don't need these people just to clarify something. They will look for anything to reject our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But wallahi, ya ikhwa, if you study, and even to the non-Muslims who are going to watch this video, wallahi, study. the biography of the Messenger of Allah. And I can give you many stories that shows you Prophet Muhammad is a trustworthy, truthful person, honest person. I'll give you an example of that. Prophet Muhammad in his lifetime, I mentioned this many times example, but a very strong example. Prophet Muhammad in his time, eclipse took place.
Did he love his enemies?
When eclipse took place,
did he love his enemies? Did Muhammad love his enemies? No,
okay,
he slaughtered them.
Eclipse took place.
He slaughtered the enemies.
Is that a problem? Okay, if that's a problem, you have to reject Moses then.
He's made his point, let him go.
Yeah, you can go.
You can go, yeah. Thank you.
Which is not let you go. Anyway. But now, you know why? I would, for the sake of argument, if you say Prophet Muhammad cannot be a prophet because he slaughtered the enemies, then Moses...
Luke 19:27, read it.
No.
Luke 19:27.
Moses slaughtered...
He said, love your enemies and love those who hate you. I'm persecuting
You're a prophet for you're picking and choosing now.
Ikhwa, please. Everyone stop. Can I have the Bible, please?
What?
Can I have the Bible?
Yeah, because you're going to read from the Old Testament.
I'm going to need to
Now what?
Can I have the Bible?
No.
Just give him the Bible.
Look, no, let me show you.
Give him the Bible.
Let me show you something.
Like what?
Let me show it to people.
Like what?
I want to
show you that every prophet fought his enemies.
Anyway, it doesn't make... Ammi, wallahi, please, let me deal with him. Let me deal with this chicken.
I dealt with you twice.
Look, he said, Jesus said, love your enemies. But in Luke, everyone who has internet, go put Luke 14:26. Jesus said, hate your mother, hate your father, hate your brother, hate your sister. How on earth you love your enemies but you hate your mother? Doesn't make any sense. If you think I'm taking it out of context, go check the whole context by yourself. Clearly Jesus said, you cannot be my disciple.
Hate your father.
Hate your mother.
Hate yourself. Hate yourself.
But love your enemies. But love your enemies. Hate your mother, but love your enemies. Jesus will drink you something. I'm not believing that. But anyway, Wallah, alhamdulillah for Islam. Anyway, alhamdulillah for Islam. But my point here is that Prophet Muhammad what the Christians doesn't tell you, that when you study his biography, alayhi salatu wasalam, Prophet Muhammad 13 years in Mecca was getting tortured by his people. You will never hear Christians saying that. Rahman ar-Rahim. Just as a conclusion that which took place between me and Owen, that what we noticed, that the Christians, they will look for any excuse to reject the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Wallahi, out of experience, I have been having a dialogue with the Christians for many years. Wallahi, they will make anything. Even there will come a time, I don't have no doubt about that. But they're not going to say this word, but there will come a time to you, the reason I reject Prophet Muhammad because he never worked Primark. Yeah, but did Moses work Primark? No, but he was a prophet. So what they will say to you, Prophet Muhammad fought against enemies. He killed his enemies, so he cannot be a prophet. But Moses killed his enemies, yet he's still a prophet. David killed his enemies, not just his enemies. According to your book, David is set up one of his soldiers to be killed in order to get married to his wife, and he's still a prophet. Not just that, you believe Noah got drunk and he was naked, walking around for his children, yet he's still a prophet. Why Al-Kitab? Why this hatred? Why this bughd that you have for Prophet Muhammad ﷺ? When he came to save you from Satan, to save you from a lie that you ascribe to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that you ascribe to Allah as a son, that is a pure lie. Why are you rejecting someone who came to confirm that which he came before him? If Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was a liar, pure liar, he would not even defend Jesus in Medina. When the Jews were living in Medina, what he would do, he would say things that would please the Jews because he was to gain more followers. But Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did not care about the followers, who's going to follow him or not, because he knows Allah will aid him. Rather, he defended Jesus in Medina, saying Jesus was the son of Mary, a pure man, and his mother, she's a pure woman. Kanat Siddiqa, she was a truthful woman. Yet you claiming he's the enemy of Jesus. But on the other hand, you Christians keep saying when the Jews are saying, when the Jews believe Jesus is a bastard. Why this hatred that you have? Especially you Christians and Nasara, which you should be more closer to coming to the truth than the Yahud. You see? But yet, you came together against the Muslims, claiming Prophet Muhammad cannot be a prophet, and the God that we worship is not Allah. When you have the Jews saying to the Christians, we don't worship the same God, but the Christians, they go around telling the Muslims, we and the Jews, we worship the same God. But the Jews telling you we don't worship the same God, but we say we worship the same God. You see, what you call Father. So my point here is that Wallahi, even about apostasy, they say, Islam apostasy. Even this law, they don't just come and do it. There is conditions to it. And if someone apostates in Islam, does not have to go around tell people, I'm apostate, Islam is wrong. If he apostates, keep it to himself, no one's allowed to touch him. Khalas. But if you go in a Muslim country, in any country, and there is many barrier conditions before you implement this law. Because we know in any country, if there's someone going around inciting people to cause problem in the land, the country has to deal with him. If by killing him because there's no way for him to stop, by killing him they would do it. Bin Laden was killed because you believe Bin Laden, the way to stop his evil, you killed him. You see what I'm saying? So now if this man going around in a Muslim country, going around trying to lie against Islam, because the non-Muslims, when they see someone claim that he was a Muslim, then he left Islam, they think, if there was good in Islam, he will not left Islam. So he will cause a big problem, which I believe there is no doubt about that. Anyone that studies Islam deeply, he will never leave Islam, because Islam makes sense. It goes in line with the sound intellect and natural inclination. No doubt about that. So, but I'm saying, why you come and say, Prophet Muhammad cannot be a prophet because of apostasy? When you have it in your own book, you believe Jesus is God according to you. So the one who told Moses to kill the apostate is God. But yet, you still try to use this against us to reject Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In Islam, it's not for anyone to carry that law. But in your book, in the Bible says, even you should be the first person to stone him to death. In the Bible says, if one of your family leave the religion of your forefathers, you should kill him, and you should be the first person to stone him to death. That is in your book. And according to you, that Jesus is God, and God gave it to Moses. Likewise, in your book, Moses said, I don't believe that. Moses said that go kill a woman that slept with a man. As for the little woman, keep it for yourself. Yet, you will never say Moses is not prophet. You accept him as a prophet. So this is a message to Godwin and other liars who lie against Islam. If you are consistent, I want to see Christian in my life. I've been in this country 15 years. I want to come across one Christian person who is consistent from the people from here, because there's some Christians who are consistent. From the people from here, claiming that if you say Prophet Muhammad cannot be a prophet because he fought against enemies, then that criteria, keep using it for every prophet. And that will lead you to become an atheist, to reject the Bible, the New Testament, the Old Testament. But Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, when he fought against enemies, because they tried to kill him, and what is known, that if someone tries to kill you or kill your family, you are allowed to defend yourself. And this is what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did. I advise you to go read the Bible of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. One of the websites that I can give you, or one of the teachers, my teachers, is named Abu Iyad Amjad, Rafiq Amjad. Abu Iyad, brother, do you remember I give you the leaflet? You can put it, our brother Abu Hakim, Bilal Davis, so you can read it and you come to know Prophet Muhammad is a true prophet, regardless what you people say. But in our time, the Christians, they don't even use their Bible. They use the current law to reject Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Which law this has been made from? By a man. Anyway, it's raining from Allah's mercy. سبحانك الله بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله على إمامنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا. بارك الله فيكم.